Alright, hello, greetings and salutations. Today we're going to do a little bit of D&D, and we are on episode 132. So with that being said, we have a guest star tonight. Sure I got everything lined up. Oh my. On. Okay. Adjusted mic. Alright. So yeah, we are gonna get this fired up. And we're gonna get started here in a minute. So I'm gonna round them up and get them ready. And yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy. All
Apart
right.
from that,
I
Who
swear
can
to God, man,
recall
I could feel it.
what went on last time?
A lot of partying.
Oh, the image. Hold on.
last
What?
time on Dragon Ball Z, it turned out that we all
Oh, it didn't
had
save. Hold on.
decided that we were going to stay in the town, explore it a little bit. And by explore it, we mean just go to one bar. One. Originally speaking. What happened to everyone
Oh,
else,
that
I
didn't
still don't
save. What the
quite
heck?
understand the picture of. We went to the pub,
Fixing.
Moxie's pub specifically. Moxie being the barkeep. Neovar trades a story for a drink. And does a little bit of embellished retelling of our dragonborn friend Marius. I hope he's doing well, type thing. She gets a free beverage. Unfortunately, she has the constitution apparently of a shrimp, and drowns.
I'm gonna fix this.
Gets drunk quickly. The rest of the party also decides to have drinks, and it goes about as well as you might think. Temporalis, I think, was having the show his first day back in the mortal material plane, and this is what he gets.
Right.
I actually,
Oh yeah, that's how they are.
I
Mortal.
seriously don't know what happened. I had to step away in between,
Isn't working.
Neovar passing out and whatever the hell went on with group number 2. I heard things like going downhill and like catapult, and I'm like, what the hell are they doing? And I think it'll just be funnier to find out secondhand today. What the hell happened? Kozik. Oh wait, you were with me. You
Well,
were one of the
Zed
same
decided
people.
to. Niavara was going to have the lightweight drink with. Niavara. Sari was going to have the lightweight drink. What's that?
Hold on, I'm gonna fix this.
What's that? Can you hear me?
Mhm. No one
Can
else
you
was
hear me?
saying. Yeah, can you hear us?
Oh, yeah, I'm
No.
having it seems to be going in and out. Sari was going to have a lightweight drink with her dinner, but then when Zed tried that drink, she's like, "Fuck it, I'm going to have one too." Then Zed went outside, and then Sari was like, "Well, I got to go doing," and then Feldrin joined us, and anyway,
Nope,
Zed like decides he's going to go down that hill we just climbed up,
that didn't
and
work either.
so Zed like executes this pretty graceful slide down the hill. And he's laughing, and I think Sorry went next. And Sorry, like, kind of does this, like, thinks she's doing this graceful swan dive, but she just like belly flops and just like tumbles. She thinks she's going to do like a graceful swan dive and roll, but she just belly flops and tumbles down the whole thing. And Zed like quickly tries to get out of the way, and then I can't remember how Veldrin came down, but anyway, we ended up in a pile just like laughing our asses off, and it was so much fun. I mean, I really felt like we were drunk, just laughing our asses off. It was very much fun. And then we said, well, shit, we got to get back up there. And we kept trying to
I'm gonna
climb
fix
back up
this.
this slidey, slick hill thing. And it was really crazy. And Zed thought, no, I'm really getting up it. And he's just going, and he realizes he's only gone like 2 feet. And it was just, we kept cracking up. It was funny. And then Veldrin went around the corner. He's like, you guys, there's a stairway over here. And so, oh, and we had sent little one to go say, we need help, find somebody. And so we finally, Veldrin found the stairway, and we went up the stairs, and we got to the top of the stairs, and this local was coming like, you guys need help. And that's about as
This
far
will
as I
work better.
remember.
There. Had a surprise guest star tonight.
After that, we walked our way into the first house we could find, thinking that it was the bar. And everyone that stayed behind at the bar ended up like having to share a room.
I'm learning.
Oh, what can I hear?
All right. Is that all people can recall?
We ended up going to bed with Temporalis, having to carry Niavara L again. So the two groups ended up being Niavara, Kozik, Temporalis. Who else was with me? Opal.
Opal.
Opal also got polymorphed.
Yes. Opal was polymorphed into a human. And got turbo drunk on one drink.
Because she's, never had booze before.
She's never had booze, and she also had never eaten. This was the first thing she ever had consumed.
God.
It was the best mistake of her life.
So we're split pretty neatly in half. A DM stream. Party in two. Oh yeah, someone was on the floor sleeping next to Veldrin.
We don't know what that is yet.
It's more just, I remember that. Anything else? I don't think so.
Oh, now they're there. You guys are. Okay. Are you there? Are you guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
Oh, okay. Phew. My internet's being. Did you tell the story of us sleeping at the person's house that we think is the bar?
It was specifically mentioned that Veldrin's sleeping on the floor next to something. We don't know what. He had just assumed that, like, this was Niavara.
Oh, right. Yes.
We have Niavara at home. The Niavara at home is just a cat. Probably.
Okie dokie. So, if that is all that you can recall, we will pick up with the people who actually had a good night's sleep in a designated room that they have purchased. So, Kozik, Temporalis, and Niavara, and Opal. So, Opal. So we'll go down the list here. So Kozik, you had a pretty restful evening. You didn't get blackout drunk like everybody else. You respectfully took your sips of your beverage and just sort of watched the shenanigans, Marlin getting drunk and getting carried by Moxx. Um, Basically, you know, you you went to bed just fine. Probably the only one who probably won't be feeling the aftermath of decisions from the previous evening. Um,
Nice.
but you would wake up and Temporalis he's already like awake and stirring, but not. He's up and about, but he's not actively doing much. He's just passively writing things in journals and scribbling notes and contemplating. You get the feeling that he's been awake for at least a little while. If elves ever truly sleep, that is, which they don't. Um, so I would say, as the one who is not drunk, you would be effectively the first one to wake up.
Okay.
And
That,
not sure if there's
yeah.
anything you might want to do first, or just kind of wait for everybody else to wake up.
No, not really. There's nothing like really individualistic that I think of that I need to take.
Okie dokie. So eventually, Opal and Niavar would both wake up. Um, Niavar, you probably slept in just a smidge on account of the splitting headache you kept trying to shake off.
Oops.
Well, I wouldn't say splitting headache. You have a headache. Opal was the one who rolled the natural one, I believe. So Opal would be waking up with a splitting headache, still very fleshy, still like this is the first time, Opal, you have ever been unconscious in the form of restful unconscious. Like you've been I don't even think you've been knocked unconscious from damage either yet. No, you've been down.
Opal has been knocked unconscious twice,
Yeah, it was pretty early on.
maybe once.
But this definitely feels much different. This feels like you've never had muscles and bones and sinew and blood. So you actually wake up somewhat comfortable externally, uncomfortable internally. You
My
rested
body
on the
is filled
bed.
with poison.
Yeah, like the bed was not, the living quarters was very comfortable. Um, Very cushy bed, which you've never felt that many layers of fabric woven together in this way before. But the flip side is you're also waking up with a splitting headache, which is something you've also never had before because you've never had nerves to convey poison.
I'll roll the first.
What am I feeling?
I
Niavara
believe
went.
that is what you will call a hangover.
Fleshy beings do this to themselves regularly.
Niavara rolls herself up. She still has her fangs and her claws. Like, unfortunately, yes, I still don't understand it myself. It can be fun.
You are a fleshy being.
Mhm.
You know what? I guess it's just an experience with poisons.
Yep. The hair of the dog is actually one of the best cures. Following that, grease.
I'm gonna be
Greasy,
real.
greasy food.
I'm not sure if I want to test that again.
So,
Um,
are you saying you want me to end the effects of this spell?
No, keep it on for a while. It's funny.
Very well.
where is everyone?
Elsewhere, I'm assuming.
No shit. Like, that doesn't answer where they went.
Well, they couldn't have gotten far. I mean, it's a long way down off this mountain. It looks like they must have gotten into some sort of fun last night, and more power to them. Yawn, a nice stretch. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh man, why was that drink so strong? I could have had fun. Oh well. I'm
Opal,
happy
how
to.
is it that you're still transmogrified? What's wrong with you?
Not a question to ask me, friend.
Without any words, you kind of glance to the side and see Temporalis just kind of give you finger guns.
Wait, Temporalis, is this a thing that ends when you want it to? Or when you're asked to end it?
It
Can you
can
just
be.
keep this up?
Well, I do not experiment with time for nothing.
Huh. You know, in the future, I think following you around would be great.
You would think that.
Are you bad at teaching?
I cannot say I have had a student, so probably.
Hey, everybody starts somewhere. My dad certainly did.
Hmm.
I was his first student. Might as well be somebody else's.
Well, as
Also,
grateful as the
sorry.
offer is, I cannot say I wish to be your adopted father.
I wasn't asking for a second daddy, sir. I was asking for a teacher.
Oh. Well, first hear about you. Walk off your hangover. Then perhaps we can discuss.
I've heard Dad say that water is good. Where is water?
Probably downstairs.
Yeah, let's go, Neobara. And Kozak.
Mm, I'll do my
Good idea.
prayers later, I guess. Let's go. My fault for sleeping in.
All right. So you guys head downstairs. The pitter patter of drunken adventurers' feet echo throughout the relatively silent bar. But you would still see Miss Moxx as she is cleaning tables and wiping down countertops.
Hi, Miss Moxie.
Hey there, Shug.
You alright? What time is it?
Hmm. And she walks over to a window and like opens the curtains as it were. Pretty early.
Hmm.
Now, Madam Moxie, are you you, or are you one of those shades that you can create?
Oh, this version of me? That's a clone.
Yeah. See, and I look
Huh?
at Neavara and I nod. I'm like, see?
What the fuck ever are you talking about? What do you mean, Moxie? A clone?
Well, the real Mox is sleeping.
Wait, how do you exist if she. You know what? Never mind, I'm not gonna ask. But no, actually, how does that work? Are you just your own mobile entity?
I guess you could say that, yeah.
If you were destroyed, would she have to create another one of you?
I mean, I am her technically. So I guess you'd have to destroy her to destroy all of us.
There's more than one clone.
So as you ask that question, you hear some pots and pans in the kitchen, the back area. Yep.
How'd that even get started? Like magic or?
Well, I don't want to reveal secrets that the original doesn't want to tell you, so I guess you'd probably want to ask her, Shug.
Hmm. Do you all have like separate minds, or are you all just like one person?
Yes.
Freaky. No notes. If we were fixing for breakfast, because my dear friend here has never once had a proper hangover, where would we find breakfast like water and something super greasy?
Well, and she gestures about, look no further than good old Mox's.
Hmm. I guess that makes walking anywhere a pity is here. Let's get some food. I'm
That
dying.
sounds. Yeah, let's do that.
Yes, let's have some water, the cornerstone of any meal. It sounds delicious.
That sounds like
Can we get
the
can we
most
have some tea
alien,
or coffee, perhaps? Madam
most.
Moxie?
Sorry, what is it?
Do you have any coffee or tea?
Yeah, we got some tea, yeah. Definitely whip you some up real quick.
Oh, that would be fantastic. And I bow deeply.
And since Mr. Marlin's part of your group here or your guide, you want me to go get him?
Oh, if he's still asleep, I don't want to wake him. Should we? Like, we're not planning on leaving anytime soon. We don't even know where the rest of our friends went off to.
She
Off?
smirks.
Do you?
Do I what, Shug?
Do you know where they went? Like, the other drown, the rest of the little bundle of them.
No, I have no idea where they went, but I know exactly where Mr. Marlin is.
I mean, probably sleeping in somewhere.
I caught a slip. Neohara said the other drow when she's Inanna right now.
Damn it!
I kind of forgot that. Kind of funny.
To be fair, we do have one drow in the party still. It's temporarily.
Actually, Nivar is correct here.
Grammatically, on the other hand, she wasn't exactly subtle about the whole, shape changing thing last night. Oops. So it's like, yeah.
Thing that what goes on in Moxie. See, I think your secrets are safe.
What? You think you're the only one who can shapeshift around here, Shug? Hmm. And at that moment, you hear the sound of something heavy being moved upstairs. And just a few moments later, you see, the full blown Yuan Ti, like the full like serpentine tail, body and head, carrying Marlin down the stairs.
Oh my god. Oh, right! Like Miss Moonblade. Although I never actually have seen Miss Moonblade change her form that dramatically. And no, I'm not. My dear friend Opal has just today learned how to shape change, clearly. It is a purely magical thing that many people and wizards can do. Yes.
Indeed.
Uh-huh.
And then she just plops Marlin on the floor in a corner with a couple other people who are currently sleeping.
Poor fella.
But
I
yeah.
mean, we're
Oh, go ahead.
I mean, we didn't have to wake him up. I
Oh,
guess
I
he's not
just
awake.
prefer to get him out the room in case other people come through.
I see. That sort of a relationship between the two of you.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I see. Um, well, the good news is to everyone is that I actually do have sending, so I could, in theory, try to get a hold of the others. Bad news is that if they don't know where they are, they don't know where they are. But breakfast first, and then we worry about them. They are a capable bunch.
Our friends
I
are
am
lost
100.
somewhere. Let's have breakfast.
They're
Let's have
capable.
breakfast. They'll make themselves known to someone here at some point. Subtlety is not their strong suit, so
You make a great point, Kozak.
I think they'll find
turn up.
us before we find them.
They'll turn up. I'll do my
Mm.
prayers, and then we head off. Hopefully, after Mr. Marlin has woken up.
So are you sending stone or?
Sending the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think should we eat first so that they have a better chance of waking up. But yeah, I think she would just cast it. Who was the person that wakes? Is that? Oh my god.
I mean, Veldrin only
Veldrin, can't
like he
sleep.
goes into like a trance.
She doesn't know how drunk he was, so let's go. She's gonna cast a sending to Veldrin.
Bzz, 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 bzz. Bzz, 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 bzz.
What ringtone does Veldrin have? Or would Veldrin have?
For Niavara?
Yes.
Hmm.
Move, bitch, and get out the way.
Thank you.
Honestly, Veldrin's probably like default ringtone. Everybody just gets default ringtone.
Yeah, like the Nokia something. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the camera, as the spell is about to go off, the camera pans over to the group of folks in a house in rooms that they are very confident was the tavern / bar.
And
Eh.
nobody came home or came upon us. We're just waking up there.
Well, you're about to find out. Technically, I didn't say you wake up yet.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
So, there is somebody's house that you have stumbled into. And, we'll let the individual who owns this house describe what it looks like in more detail.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's my house. It's my cousin's house, but you know what? Pretty much same difference, right? Because we're super close. It would be really warm in here. There's a fire that's lit. There's probably really heavy vibrations, rhythmically to footsteps, but it's something really large that's moving around, right? You can hear like the cluttering of like teacups and plates and silverware and stuff on like a wooden table. Uh, and if anybody is waking up and noticing these things, it's a very homey, it's a little small for, well, I don't know. I guess it's not it's small in width, but in height it's like extra tall. Like the ceilings are probably like 10 feet tall, I'd say. which makes sense because the residents themselves are like 8 feet tall. It's this big, giant, burly woman. She's very furry. She's got yak horns. She's one of the yak folk, right? She's got like red ginger hair. It's kind of like a shag, but we got some bangs going on too. Got the cow face going on. I got pictures I will share in a little bit, or I think there's tokens, whatever. Yeah, and she's in like this little regal attire, a little bit traveling clothes. Got like a seafoam green kind of vest, a fluffy little white fancy shirt, and there's a cloak around her and probably a bandana. Got a feathered hat, like a big wide brim hat. Yeah, there you go. All sorts of like belts. You got to have at least minimum of 3 belts, and if you're going to be an adventurer, right? And they're going around making breakfast and just kind of stepping over people who were sleeping on the floor.
Veldrin fell asleep next to something on the floor because he assumed it was his sister.
Didn't you go
Yes.
back into the bedroom or something?
He looked at the bedroom, but like he kept looking because he was like, Neavara is not here.
So when you finally came to, or out of drunken trance, um, you realize that you fell asleep next to a coat rack that had fallen over, with this very like floofy coat.
Nice. What do I receive this sending spell now?
Yes. As you would realize that there's this, Yatkin that's been, you know, being mindful and just stepping over people as they're just going about their day.
What's the message from Neavara say?
Oh god, I have to type this. Where did you go? K O T me.
Limitations ascending.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Perfect. I'm not typing out the ands. 14 words.
You can only have 14 letters.
No, you can have a
25 or less words.
Oh,
25 words.
Words.
Yeah.
different languages have a different mechanics for it though, which is funny.
Having that message and seeing people walking around. Where am I? He just says it into the room.
You'll hear like a little bit of shuffling as this person's turning around and looking at the uninvited guests that are suddenly in her house, right? And she's like, "Oh, yeah, you're in Gumdra's house." And she kind of taps her hoof, like waiting for something, a little impatiently.
what name did you say?
Oh, yeah, I figured you might act like this when you found out. Ewans must be a little inebriated if you don't recognize me. My name's Gumdra. I know, it's a big moment for y'all, right? But it's true. It's really me, revered celebrity, mountain hero, and most recently, heiress to Granny Smith's cider shack up in the big city. You can applaud if you want. It's a normal reaction.
A tiny little uh, amethyst-looking draconic creature flutters down and claps happily.
This thing's still around?
So I don't know how to spell this name, and I'm gonna keep it that way because I think it'd be really funny if they go to the wrong place. So this is what you get back.
Oh my god! Out loud, like audibly, like annoyed. She's going to say to like Opal and Kozik, "You would not believe how unhelpful they were." Moxie, the fuck is a gumdra?
You mean who, actually?
Oh, thank God you know her. Who is Gumdra?
Well, she's pretty well practiced as a with her water magics, and I mean it kind of helps when we're living in the snow and a lot of frozen ice. So having somebody that can manipulate the water is pretty handy.
Oh, so she's some sort of a nature. Okay, okay. That's where the rest of our gang ended up. Where's that?
Oh, she lives over in the house right down the street, actually. And she just kind of gives you rough directions.
Right. Okay. So, do we want to go over there? Marlon's still asleep.
Do we? I still haven't had breakfast.
Yes, why don't they come here? They know where we are.
Do they though? Look at me in the eyes, Edrin. Or Kozik.
Hmm.
They
I wanna
stumbled out.
I want to believe that they can make their way back here.
I do too. On the other hand, experience.
Actually, I see the wisdom in the Alara statement. When have we ever been known for being careful?
Heavy is is the head that wears the crown of, common sense in this party, I believe, Kozik. And we must bear it.
Just because
Temporalis.
it's your turn. Oh.
Temporalis just finger guns.
I feel as though in the kingdom of the witless, the person with one brain cell might be something like a king, but yeah.
I, in fact, have
Well,
many brain cells stir up together.
let's we should probably wait for our tea and let's have some tea and not go off like a clock half struck here.
Sure. Okay, fine. I'll also like some tea.
Very well,
I'll
shit.
practice. I'll practice my tea leaves. Look at that.
Oh,
And
wonderful.
Moxie's version, you know, disappears into the back of the house, as it were. So it sounds like since y'all are going to be waiting, the camera pans
Mhm.
back over to Gumdra's house. As there's a hoof tapping on the floor, um, and a tiny draconic creature clapping excitedly.
I think at the little amethyst dragon little thing, I'd give like a little appreciative bow, right? And then I'm gonna grab a biscuit, and it's gonna be like the slowest you've ever seen anybody eat. And she smacks her lips a lot, and just like like a cow chewing on some hay, right? Just very sloppily, like very audible with the lip smacking.
Ow. Oopsie. And then he flies off into your living room where that one drunken dude is. Like, he's very uncomfortably resting on the table, like his head on the table, back is arched, kind of like he kneeled down and just like fell asleep on the table. And this little dragon flutters into his backpack, and then after a couple of moments of shuffling, flutters back in front of you, and he has a singular gold piece, and he's mimicking what you're doing, like he's chewing on it very slowly.
So did you want to introduce yourselves and wake everybody up? How many of y'all are in here? I didn't even. It is kind of common. Folk get a little tipsy and then they just conk out on people's floors and whatnot. But usually you introduce yourselves and you say good morning.
Oh, I can do that. And he just like, kind of like freeing up his hands by just shoving like the gold coin in his mouth, but not like swallowing it. Kind of like a kid just like putting a corn dog in his mouth so he can grab something. And he quickly flutters into your living room. Because, let's see, Veldrin's awake. So that leaves Sari and okay. So he would quickly flutter over to the sleeping elf woman and just like land on her. She's probably face down. What's the saying? Face down, ass up, or whatever. And he just like,
No, I landed in the chair. I landed
That's right.
in a chair.
That
Just
is a
calmed.
thing people say sometimes, I guess.
that's Zed. Okay. So little one would land on like Sari's like in like her lap, and just like waddle up to her chest and waddle up to her face, and poke her on the cheek.
What the bloody? Oh, morning, little one.
Hi. And he
What you
waves.
what you doing here? Where's Zed?
He over there on floor.
Oh, what the?
I found help.
Wait a minute. This isn't
Again.
This isn't the bar. Where the hell are we?
I mean,
That's not the. Oh, hello, madam. Hello, excuse me. Have we? Is this your home? Is this your establishment?
He looks a little enraptured right now by this dragon, and as if she hasn't heard the question at all. She says, "Now, what kind of critter is this just flying around?"
that's me. Hi.
And
And
it
then
can talk.
and then it like jumps off of like Sari's like body, kind of like a little bit of a oof, because he has to get enough.
Uses Sari like a launching pad.
Yeah. And then he flutters over to Zed and just starts chewing on his hair. Zed's like face down on the coffee table. This is how I wake him up sometimes.
Zed, buddy, wake up, man. We're in somebody's house. Zedrin.
He'll kind of like start to clamber up and stand up, and he's kind of like stretching, and you're just like pops and creaks and stuff because he's just been laying in such a weird position.
And then little one points to this yak folk as he lands on the table where you were laying there, and then goes back to chewing on gold.
She's gonna
Job
like
done.
flourish her cape a little bit, right? And be like, "Well, this ain't my house." As I was telling your friend down there, this is actually my cousin's who's been gone for a few months. That they wouldn't mind me crashing here, though. It's Gumdra if you didn't recognize from the. And she like kind of tips like her hat a little bit, as if that's gonna give you some kind of insight into who she is. Like you should already know.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, madam.
Oh, I'm sure it
And,
is.
I'm sorry we ended up in your house here or your cousin's house. We thought we were landing at the bar, but I guess we got mixed up in the dark. But appreciate
Oh shit!
your
This isn't the bar, is
your
it?
kindness. No, it's
Zed's just
not.
looking around, realizing where we are.
No, bar's down the street from here. It's I don't know how you mix the two up. They don't look nothing alike.
Oh,
Well, it was a little dark, and we were a little well. We had some of that. What's that stuff Moxie gave us? Something. Anyway, we were a bit
Oh,
out of
y'all
it.
know Moxie?
Oh, yeah, she's wonderful.
Hmm. I thought y'all was fans just coming up with some kind of story. Just wanted to sneak a peek and see how the rich and famous live, you know?
I don't know much about
Right,
the surface world.
right. I'm sorry to say, Mom, I'm not sure who you are, but I'm very pleased to make your acquaintance.
Oh, it's Gumdra Gumdra. You didn't get that earlier.
Um, no, but I'm getting it now. Very nice to meet you.
Likewise. And y'all, yeah, nobody said no names or nothing.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. My name is Sari.
Sorry?
That's right. For short
That's
for Sariel. Sorry, I'm a wood elf of the. Well, anyway, my team and I here are just a group of friends and adventurers traveling about, and we stopped at the bar or tavern for a bit of a rest, and well, we got a little carried away, you know.
yeah, it's
and
our first time here, so we're
mhm.
trying all the different variety of beverages. By the way, I'm Zed, and that's little one.
Hey,
That's their name, little one.
that the name you gave me?
Aye.
Now, I hate to say it, all your names are very lackluster. Your name's apologetically sorry. And that one, Zed, don't even sound like a real name to me. And then this is just words, little and what's that over there, biggin? Looking at Veldrin.
It's actually close. Um,
Well, you know, different folks from different countries have different names, so we'll let that slide. But they work fine for us, our names.
I suppose they'd have to, huh? Well, it's still nice to meet y'all. If we could, are you you're wanting to go meet up with Moxie right now?
Yeah, getting
oh,
back over to the bar with meeting up with our friends, that'd be great.
we are actually supposed to be heading out at some point today. Uh, Going off with on a trip with Marlon. Not sure if you know him.
Can you guys hear me
Oh,
now?
everybody knows everybody around here. I will say before y'all get going, I don't know. We're talking about different points of origin and where everybody's got different names that sound like make believe and everything. Well, we have customs here that I'm sure y'all don't where you're from. And one of those is if you sleep on a stranger's floor, you have to offer to do their chores for them in the morning. You know, washing dishes, scrubbing floors, that kind of stuff.
And Sari puts her hand up and to hide her mouth and leans over towards Zed and says, "Do you think that's real? Do you think she's making it up?"
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep,
Okay.
we got you.
I missed the last couple of seconds because I was trying to fix it. What's going on?
You guys were going to do some house chores, right?
Gumdra OC Gumdra is trying to convince us that when people sleep on someone else's floor that they need to stay around and do a bunch of house chores. And Sari just leaned over to Zed and said, "Do you think that's true or that she just making that up?" And
I believe Children
that's
thinks
where we
it's
left.
true.
Yeah, of course.
Well, we'd be happy to do some chores for you then, madam.
Now, okay, I do have an upstairs and a basement, so we could split up.
How many
Well, I think
chores do we have to do?
we'll limit
However
our.
much
We'll
you
have to
think is
limit
polite.
The Drow definition of polite is probably not the same as yours.
Right, that's why I'm trying to teach you about our culture.
Well, I think about an hour of chores each will be just fine.
That sounds fair to me.
An hour? We haven't even had breakfast.
She's gonna like
Right,
pull
well-
out a chair at the table, and she's gonna continue eating her breakfast and offering it to nobody and just listening.
Well, listen, Gumdra, we're thinking we're
Mhm.
going to go meet our friends over at the bar, have a little breakfast, and then we'll be back to do the chores. How does that sound?
Sounds a little suspicious if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, but we'll be back. We need to go have some breakfast before we start chores.
Y'all ever heard of the Yonti goodbye?
I haven't even heard of the Auntie Hello.
Well, it's a little worse than that. That's where they sneak off and they have a debt to pay and they just don't pay it at all.
Well, it's a good
Well-
thing we're not Yanti then.
Mm-hmm.
Veldrin takes like one of his books and he like puts it on her table. I'll be back for that. That's your guarantee.
A book? I don't do a whole lot of reading.
You don't have to do a whole lot of reading, but I do, and it's important to
appreciate
me,
it,
and I
but-
will be back for it.
Oh, I
Then-
see.
Zed's gonna kind of tug on Veldrin's like shirt a little bit, just kind of like, and just lean in, just kind of over his shoulder, kind of whispering, mate, that's not the cursed one, is it?"
That one I have to talk to Temporalis about, because he did say that his collection should be destroyed.
Right. Okay, just making sure.
Okay, well, that sounds like a plan. And she's going to stand up and she's going to grab her plate in one hand with all of its food, right? And she's going to head towards the door and kind of wait.
All right, then let's be off. We'll go meet our friends at the bar.
Nice
Alrighty.
to meet you.
Oh, I think she's coming with us.
Uh-huh. She'll lead the way and carry her food with her.
She's making sure we're going to come back. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Somebody's got to clean this house, you know?
All right. So
That
the
doesn't look
merry
that bad.
band of post-alcoholistic evening makes their way back to Moxie's.
As we're walking, Zed never really answered sorry, so we're gonna kind of maybe like fall a couple steps back and he'll kind of lean over. I've got a feeling that she just waits and just lets her house kind of build up with the clutter and whatnot, and waits until folks crash in their place. Kind of like you were suggesting, like it's all a ruse.
I
But she
bet
said this
you're
kind of happens from time to time. It seems like it's a bit too convenient.
right. I bet you're totally right. Well, that's quite a scam. But we did land in her house, which, to be fair, it's all right. Do a little bit of chores, but still
As
quite an
as we're
odd one.
walking, and sorry saying this, because Zed remembers very vaguely that when we walked up to this place, he was sure that it was the bar because there was some sort of what he thought was a sign out front. And I guess for the resident there, would there be anything out front, any sort of sign or?
Oh, there's a sign that almost identically matches the bar, except it doesn't have the same words inscribed, but it's the same, like if you were just kind of squinting at it, it's definitely the same shape.
Okay, so he's gonna look
Uh-huh.
back and notice that and be like, "Ah, fuck yeah."
It's
That
a
was the
total
bar.
scam. Yep. Total
But
scam.
nah, he'll just keep following.
Yeah, and as you guys are making your way through the town of Moxx, there would be other like Yuan-Ti and Yatkin that would stop Gumdra and give a little praise and like thanks and
Oh, she's signing autographs. She's taking bows, and she's like, "Yep, I know, Mountain Hero, heirs to Granny Smiths. These are my fans." And she's gonna point to the group that's following her.
Zed's kind of like
He says
waving.
that, and like Veldrin's like, when somebody like draws their hand across their neck and like a cut it out. No, I'm not. Veldrin's doing that because he's like, I don't know this woman.
We're not fans. We're part of famous entourage.
Ooh, entourage. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. This is my entourage, so if y'all could give them a lot of respect. They come from real far away, places where you don't do chores or nothing. You just wake up, I guess.
He's right.
That's right. Far, far away.
much swooning to be had by adoring crowd.
So
Zed's trying to give autographs too.
the bar's like only like 5 like buildings away, but it takes extra long as we're like swarmed by people in the streets looking for, just like paparazzi vibes, right?
I'm almost picturing it's like a couple people see Gumdra at first as we're walking. It's like neighbors and whatnot, and they're just kind of like, "Hey, hey," because it's normal. Everyone knows each other, and then all of a sudden, acknowledging that we have an entourage or we're the entourage. It's like we start kind of weaving our way, like snaking our way around each building, almost like we're looking for the rest of the town on the way to the bar. Gumdra's just trying to like get every single person's acknowledgement. Just like, yeah, they know me too.
I'm famous basically everywhere I go. You just have to get used to this.
Well, maybe over breakfast you could tell us your story and why you are so famous.
And why they call me the mountain sage and folk hero.
Exactly that.
How much gold do you have?
None.
Well, there's a tell-all in my book that I did have wrote for me.
No, it's all right. We'll just hear your story over breakfast.
I wouldn't want to give spoilers.
Well, I guess we won't hear your story then.
Maybe we'll just hint at it.
And eventually, despite taking the most scenic of scenic routes possible, and I would even say like Gumdra, since you're familiar with the little town here, you would definitely be able to make maximum use. Like if we go around this building, it won't look like the same
I would
building.
love to just
But you're
like we
essentially
could have
going
made a
around the other
beeline
side.
straight here, but we're gonna loop around to like all these adjacent alleyways and just getting as much attention upon ourselves as we can before we're getting to what would have taken like less than 10 minutes to walk, maybe 5.
Yep.
Does anybody feel like we're going in circles?
Yeah, fame can feel like it.
It's a much
I
bigger
don't think
town
that's
than it
fame.
seemed when we first got here.
Quite a bit.
But eventually, you do make it to Moxie's bar.
The sign that's hanging out front, I'm gonna do the thing that like everybody in middle school did when they jump up and try to slap things that are on the ceiling, like exit signs. She's gonna jump up and just slap
I
it.
teach middle schoolers.
And
So
you
from
walk in.
here, seeing Gumdra jump up and like slap the sign, Zed's gonna look up at that sign, and then from where he's standing, look back down the street at Gumdra's house, and be like, "It's pretty much the same fucking sign."
Even the porch looks the same. The entrance is almost identical.
It's definitely a scam. That's just not right.
Either that or they just had the same builder, but
Yeah, but why would you put a sign that's the same as the one on the bar unless you had nefarious intentions?
Maybe
Like
it was
scamming
prefabricated.
people.
Maybe it was a prefabricated hole.
yeah, I guess at this point, do we notice that all of the buildings look the exact same? That'd be kind of funny. Anyway,
Extremely similar because in a small town, you're not really aiming for a lot of customization. You don't really have the people to put in the time to do a crazy amount of. Every house looks different, so there's a lot of similarities in the
Yeah,
architecture
but
and
I bet they
aesthetic.
don't all have signs hanging from them.
A couple do.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna push this door open, right? Get out of the cold, and just like put my arms in the air a little bit and be like, "All right, I've arrived. Get breakfast ready. My entourage is real hungry too."
She likes that word now.
Mhm.
She learned a new word. So Moxie does like finger guns and heads into the back of the house. The usual shug.
I think I'm gonna need about 4 of the usual. It's been a tiring morning. You wouldn't believe what I've had to put up with.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. And those of you who know the rest of the party would see, Kozik, Fleshy Opal, Temporalis, and Niavara sitting at the table. Well, sitting at a table.
Opal's just face down on the table. Her hair is a lot more hair-like than usual.
What happened to what's going on with Opal?
Opal will just look up and actually blink at Sorry. She has a tongue. What do you think?
I'm
I
kind of
made a
thought you were
great
asleep.
choice.
What the heck is going on with you?
I don't know, touch my hand, Sorry.
Oh my God! What did you? How did you? What? You
Temporalis.
Finger guns from the corner.
I'm a
oh,
human for now. Did you know that the big intestine moves like a snake?
Did you know that the intestines move at all times?
I'm not surprised. Yes, because I can feel it. Because I'm not used to feeling it. And I'm not surprised the drow is telling me that.
well, how does it feel?
Weird. I don't know. How about you ask Temporalis to turn you into what I was? See what that's like.
Oh no, I'm fine. Really, I like my flesh.
Hey, it's being exactly who you are, but being a lot more solid.
That sounds like death. Anyway, where the hell did you guys go? Who is this? Gumdra
This
Gum.
is Gumdra Gumdra. She says we owe her chores.
That sounds like horse shit.
Well, it seems like we
This
wake
sounds
up.
like propaganda.
We woke up. We got home late, and it was really dark. And we came in, and we didn't know where anything was, so we just crashed on the floor, and we thought we were in the bar. But then we woke up, and it turns out we're not in the bar, and we're in the cousin's home, Gumdra's cousin's house. And she says it happens a lot that people crash there, and that once you crash on the floor there, you owe her some chores for spending the night. And we said, well, we've got to have breakfast, hadn't we, before we go do some chores. And she didn't believe, she thought we were going to run. So she came with us, and here we are to have breakfast. And good morning to y'all.
Good morning, Miss Sorry.
I had the first sleep I have ever had ever. It felt very unusual.
Did you dream?
No, I existed. I was Everything stopped and it felt weird.
Wow.
That is normally how things go. The inside check is on Gumdra. Like, she's dead staring this woman down, like, uh-huh.
Also,
Oh,
speak
no,
for
I think
yourself,
I'm near
Niavara. Speak for yourself, Niavara. Me and Veldrin had a good thing going where we understood what it was like to not need actual sleep.
I still don't know.
I obviously have never known a thing in my life.
Would not recommend it.
As far as
She-
Gumdra, she's at the bar right now, not like giving you a little bit of privacy to talk amongst yourselves as she's ordering like 4 breakfasts, right? Uh Insight wise, she does seem confident that everything she says is truthful. She's also very egotistical, maybe. She really wants to be in the spotlight. She's very much the celebrity that she wants to be.
Oh yeah, we figured that out.
Hmm. Hmm. I see. That's annoying. In theory, if we're fast enough, we can get away from her.
No, if we spent the night and so if she wants us to do some chores, we're gonna do some chores. I'm not gonna, run on that. That's
Like, okay,
fine.
I could
We're
cast
gonna give her an hour. We
Thunderwave.
said we'd give her an hour.
I could cast Thunderwave, see if that works.
that's a type of chore, one might say. Ugh. Fine. What did you guys see? Like I said, what did you do? Why? I'm just sort of a little bit. I wake up in the morning. Obviously, had gotten zoded off my mind, but like, she's a human. You guys are gone. It's me, Kozak, Temporalis, and Opal. What possessed you? I would love to know.
Having fun.
Huh?
Having fun.
Well,
You know what?
that we did.
Can't blame you. Hmm.
We had a great time, though. It's all a bit of a blur.
I do believe that is something that booze will do.
Also, wait, sorry, I've been saying you like take swigs out of Zedrin's flask. Is this what you feel all the time?
I don't drink all the time, do I? No, but yeah, that's a bit of a. I think you had an experience of being drunk, but I don't do that all the time. But when I do, that's it. And that's what you just experienced. Yes, yes.
I only had one sip of a drink. I guess that also takes into the fact that I've never eaten food before. So I guess it makes sense.
It's like giving
I guess,
alcohol to a baby.
yeah, I guess you'd be a little sensitive. Oh, okay. Hang on, I'm gonna mute myself and the dogs.
So as that conversation is going on, Gumdra, the meals eventually come. And is Gumdra like walking the meals over or just ordering and sitting down?
Well, yeah, she's definitely gonna do the kind of the waitress thing, and you use like your forearm too, right? As if she's done this many times. She's well practiced. And she's gonna make room if there's not at their table or the one adjacent to it, however we gotta do. Oh, wait, no. She's gonna put it on a table next to it and then pull the table. It's gonna be very noisy. It's gonna be scratching the floors and just making that kind of noise, right? And that way she's got room to eat her 4 breakfasts. And of course, all the plates are for her. That wasn't for anybody else.
Gotta keep that winter coat.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
She's gonna
Kozak.
look at the extra players at the table. Oh, hi, my name's Gumdra, which I probably need no introduction. And she kind of like gestures to the window where like they had fans earlier. I mean, maybe there's a couple people peeking in just to see what's going on. I believe these are your friends who was spending the night with me. They owe me a couple favors.
Who are you?
Gumdra, the one and only, the renowned stage of the mountains, folk hero, celebrity, heiress to Granny Smith's cider shack. You know, that's up in the big city, but you knew that.
You say words and yet I still don't know them.
Oh, is it too early for you?
Oh no, we've just never heard of you.
Oh, that's her face like drops immediately, and it's like she has to force herself to smile again, but it definitely the ego took a little bit of a hit. Like she's never heard of somebody who hasn't heard of her, right? And she's like, well, you have now.
Certainly.
Yep, I guess I have.
My name is Dear Lady Inanna of the Frost. I am a pilgrim traveling on with my friends here to visit the city of Chronosis and ideally the shrine of Eladra.
What? That's exactly where I'm going, except not the shrine. I'm going to the, we talked about the cider shack, Granny Smith's. Well, I'm heiress because she passed away recently, and I was needing somebody to escort me. And she's gonna look at somebody who was drugged down the steps earlier, I think, by a Yuan-Ti. It's like I'm hoping to get that lump over there to help me. He does owe me a big favor.
Yours.
Marlin rolls over and scratches his ass. Still unconscious, mostly.
Charming. I don't see a problem with that. Kozik. Any issue with having one more join our little merry bundle?
Oh no, I suppose not. It's a free realm, isn't it? And then I
Mm-hmm.
make sure that I introduce myself. Good morning. I am Sir Kozik Deepshaft, a dwarf, fellow traveler with these folks, and it's my pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, it certainly is. And can I just say, you have very large arms. Do all dwarves have arms that big?
Mm, I would say not. I don't think so.
Well, I was just thinking about all the luggage I got to carry, and with someone so strapping like you could probably do a lot of that for me, huh? Since we're gonna be traveling together and all.
Right. And I go back to sipping my tea. Hmm.
So
I nudge Opal.
So I met you and the pilgrim, and then who's that other one?
who you point
Oh,
to?
Opal.
Shit, if I know. I thought I thought there were more players.
There
Uh,
was.
There's Opal and then there's Temporalis. Opal
Temporalis.
is human and Temporalis is a drow.
Oh, and Opal. Yes.
Opal, would you
I
like
think
to
Opal
introduce
stepped
yourself?
away.
Oh.
Opal said BRB.
Well, then I'll nod to Temporalis as I'm going back to slow chewing my food very noisily, lots of lip smacking. A giant cow tongue comes up and like licks a little bit of sauce off my snoot.
The name is Temporalis. A pleasure to meet you.
See, these names, Temporalis, it just sounds almost as made up as Zed.
That's
how you
rather
can tell you
rude.
ain't from around here. I don't think it's rude to be a little bit different. If I wasn't different, I probably wouldn't be the celebrity that I am. Don't you
No, it's not.
reckon?
It's not
Not
Nice,
rude
but
to
you
be
keep making
different.
fun. You keep making fun of our names. That's not.
No, not the opposite. I'm not making fun of them. I love them. They're exciting. They're unique. It don't even sound like if you just said my name's Mary Alice or something, I think, okay, I've met 12 of you just, this year alone. But they just sound so fantastical. You could tell you're from someplace exciting.
One might say that. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Temporalis, though.
Oh, don't worry about it. I have all the time in the world.
What does Tiberalis look like?
So he's a he's basically just like a drow. So he's got like the dark skin. For the most part, he wears like robes, but he also wears like a. In this climate, he has his robes seem like they have like a little bit of floof to them, like a little bit of like furs that are kind of peeking out
Nice.
the edges. Um, and he seems to be dressed. He seems pretty clean. He's got long, well, at this point short, like shorter black hair, and just like these piercing bluish eyes. But he seems well adjusted. It, not necessarily in the sense of like, you know, in terms of the climate, but just well adjusted in terms of like his posture. Very, when he sits up straight. His shoulders are, properly like at his side, not hanging. He holds himself well, I guess is the way to put it.
And I'm gonna lean in and probably spill a little it looks like syrup, but it could be drool, but it lands on the table off the side of the plate. Uh, I'm gonna lean into Temporalis's direction and say, "So, is this one with you?" And I'm gonna point to Veldrin because they not only do you got the same complexion, they mentioned they was from well, they called this the surface, so it's got to mean they're from somewhere underground, right? Or I guess they could be from somewhere floating,
Well,
like a servant or something.
they are from what we call the Underdark. I not so
Oh,
much.
oh, not even a little bit.
I come from
Same
some
race.
place very, very far away. But in essence, we are both drow. Yes, but we have different origins.
She's gonna snap her fingers at that. Drow. That's the word. I knew there was a word for people like you. One that sleep underground. Drow. Okay. You don't really see too many drow up here. In
They're
fact, I
mostly
don't think
dead.
they also got something of a terrible reputation. It's like the opposite of being famous. It's like being a celebrity, but for all the wrong reasons.
Infamous.
What is?
Infamous.
That's your name?
No, that's the word you're looking for.
Oh, I wasn't looking for one.
Yes, the Drow are, I should say they were known for being quite the power-hungry race before the surface world came down and massacred them all. Or most of them. Man, woman, child.
Well, I'm sure they had a good reason for it.
Is there a good reason for killing children? I'll let you decide.
I think there's a good reason for why most people do most things, even if I don't know what that reason is.
Oh my god, it's too early in the morning to talk about this.
So it
We don't
is.
have to talk
murder?
about it.
Well, I could say everybody has a reason, but a good one, I don't know about that.
I don't think there's any reason for child mating. I think that's a drow thing.
Oh.
Well,
Mhm.
whatever. Point being, Opal, you've not introduced yourself to our new guest.
Name's Opal, usually made of my namesake. Very fleshy and very hungover right now. Nice to meet you.
I'm sure that made sense to everybody else here. I'm Gumdra Gumdra, but y'all only got to say it once.
There's technically one more member of our party who is not here at present, but I expect to rejoin some point on the hike down. One Niavara. She is the younger sister of Veldrin. She was uncertain about being in town. Little flighty thing she is.
Why is that? She's scared of the snow?
No. She's got something after her, one might say. But she's a fellow pilgrim.
So she's looking to hit this shrine too. Is she looking for redemption, or is she just on the run and salvation? Or I'm not really the
Hmm.
religious type, so
I'm visiting the shrine, out of a sort of, just a general religious sort of obligation to see it once in my life. Niavara, though. I believe that she's so young that it's the start of her journey. She's never been to the city like this, so maybe she's looking for connection.
she's kind of a bumpkin, is what you're telling me.
I don't think she is. What do you think about Niavara, Zedrin? A bumpkin?
I don't even know what that means.
You know, someone who's generally speaking, country, lower
Someone who ain't never
class,
been to the big city.
uneducated, rural.
Wow, that's rude considering
It
where I
feels a
grew up
little
in Aurora.
insulting. Mm-hmm.
I grew
You
up
shouldn't
in
talk
that.
about your friends that way. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that was funny. I grew up in the rural area. I
I'm
guess I
more
haven't
just
talked
saying.
about my dad that much.
I'm not. It's not just all one of those things. It's the combination of the three.
I see.
I don't think she is. One might say that she's got a personality bigger than her body. This is
Well,
funny coming from me, but
I feel like I know her better than all the rest of you put together. Just based on how much he's talking about, or maybe y'all should talk about yourselves too.
yeah, that's funny.
How so?
Would it get us out of chores?
You don't have to tell me.
Actually, I think this is worth chores.
Well, if it wasn't so culturally sensitive, right, then it would be, but it is what it is.
I mean, does anybody have a problem with talking about their childhood?
Oh, I could
Or with
ruin
a girl?
everyone's day.
Honestly, Belgian, that sounds lovely. Let's go for it.
You know, it could be fun if we all go back to my cousin's house, do some laundry as we're trading stories.
Why aren't you
I
having
want
us do
some
your cousin's
breakfast.
laundry?
This is the first time I've been drunk. I am not doing somebody else's laundry, and you can't make me think I will.
Yeah. Let's eat some breakfast. That's the thing that needs to happen right now because my stomach is queasy as all heck. So let's have some breakfast. What you
Well,
got this morning, Moxie?
I thought that we already had this spread out.
Oh, sorry, I
No,
missed that. I was
Gumdra
dealing with my
Gumdra
dog.
ordered 4 portions for herself.
Oh, see that I thought because we'd been sitting here, I thought that we'd already grabbed food.
Ah, well, maybe we did, and I wasn't paying attention. Let's go with that.
All right. So breakfast, pretty much just like stews. The early morning.
You know what? Soup sounds delicious.
Is Opal gonna burn her tongue for the first time?
Opal is approaching everything with caution now. The first thing she ever drank as a fleshy being was literal poison.
She's also never experienced being burnt.
Incorrect. Opal has experienced being burnt, and while she was resistant to it as a Nazarian, it was still something she could experience. Though I guess it is a lot higher temperature resistance as an Azarian. I guess we'll see.
Yep, let's find out. So you guys order some breakfast, some breakfast, and it doesn't really take too long. Get some stew, some meat chunks in it, some veggies. And let's see. And at some point during that, Gumdra, you would feel a heavy hand like on your shoulder, like somebody's leaning on you, and you would turn around and see Marlin's awake.
Well, it's about time. Me and my entourage here have been waiting, I don't know, half an hour.
Half an hour. Damn, I must be slipping. I'd usually take another hour and a half.
Entourage.
Well, it's good to see you're back in town. Old Gumdra.
Oh, yep, I'm over there camped out at my cousin's house.
Oh, they haven't made it back yet.
No, I ain't heard nothing from them in months. I just kind of assumed they'd let me stay.
Well,
A little
your
bit of a
family.
mess, but we're about to take care of it.
Oh. And then he'll look around at everybody. Did y'all fall asleep on old Gumdra's house?
Only a handful
Well,
of them.
yeah, we did.
Well,
We
you
thought
know the
it was a
customs.
bar.
Well, I mean, trespassing in some places could land you with, in a barrack somewhere. But luckily, around here, all you gotta do is do some cleaning.
Yeah, we're having our breakfast and then we're gonna head back over and give her an hour of cleaning.
They even wrote me a book. They left it behind. I put my name on the front cover of it. Backside of it. I scribbled it before we got out. I knew they was wanting the autograph.
Who's Buck?
I want to point to Veldrin.
Oh,
The
Vel.
Belgian left.
You poor gamer. All right, so
Here's the thing, though. Veldrin's a liar.
What's Belgian lying about?
That he'd come back for the book.
I fucking knew it. I was like, they're trying to.
It's like a book he's already finished. He was like, I don't care.
I like how Gumdra has been squatting for who knows how long.
How's it going, Sad?
Like, we show up for one day, we get all the
Got
chores
'em.
pushed onto us.
I'm sure she's
Yeah,
been waiting for someone to.
Zed's enjoying his stew.
Oh yeah, it's great.
And Opal, things are definitely more sensitive to the heat than you're used to. Even more so having like nerves that can actively feel, the transfer of heat as opposed to there being some layer of insulation.
this the curse of heat. How do you cool things down?
You blow on them like this, and she does a little delicate little blow.
Opal will replicate. And will, as she's doing this, she will like blow on them a few times, take a sip, and then continue to do it over and over and over again. She's slowly sitting up more and more as time goes on.
Yep, and then as time goes on, as you eat and drink, the effective hangovers slowly work their way out of your system.
And on is discreetly doing prayers, like head down, hands clasped, focusing intent to on her what she has to get done.
So,
And today
oh, go ahead.
it's gonna be Traveler Aladra for being her disguise, and the third, they're too close in proximity. She'll swap it out for. Oh my God, Birdie, that's horrible. The last one for let's say Corcoran. 3 traveling gods.
I like how the campaign has gone on. You've worshipped more and more deities every day.
She worships
You
the
started
whole
at
hope.
one, and then it became a couple. Now we're up
It's
to
been
3.
3 the whole time. 3 for a long time at this point.
It's funny. All right. So yeah, you guys have your breakfast, work off hangovers, and at that point, Marlon's just like, so are yous fitting to leave after the chores, or I mean, you can just come and get me when you're ready. I'll be here.
Appreciations. It shouldn't take longer than an hour or two.
Yeah.
I believe
you
we
sleep?
agreed to an hour.
I
Didn't
said
you
an
sleep
hour.
in the bar, Marlon?
Well, I sleep where I need to, and he like kind of pats his belly.
Zed's gonna kind of glance over at Moxx. He's gonna kind of glance around the room. Sounds like all of us, at least in some way, shape, or form, owe someone some chores.
Some of us. Why would we owe anybody chores? We paid for a room.
That's true.
Though I guess we are a team. Might as well.
If you 3 want to pitch in, we could get it done in half the time.
So you're saying 30 minutes of work for all of us working?
I think it's good math.
Nilvara.
That sounds. And she sort of will, what's the word? Kick Opal underneath the table.
Yeah, I'm looking around for this Niavara person who I've heard about but haven't seen yet.
She's not here right now, I'm afraid. She's probably, probably sleeping on the rocks.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so used to having to kick actual rock. I didn't realize that it was gonna hurt this time.
I'm flesh and bone. What do you mean?
You're not normally. Anyway, I suppose that I can be deigned to, Kozik. Shall we help our friends out of this bind that they put themselves in?
Oh, you guys are so kind.
Well, don't speak so fast on that one. I think I'm gonna go out there and look for. I'll go out there and look for Niavara and see if she's around.
All right. Good luck.
I think there's plenty of help there.
How dare you try to make the noble clean?
Good luck. We'll see you
Okay.
in a bit.
Mm.
So where's Kozik gonna be going? Just kind of meandering for a bit until they show
Yeah,
up,
I'll
or are you
check
just
out
like,
the town, such
okay,
as it is.
all right, all right. Well, I mean, basically, if you go check out the town, it's pretty quaint, pretty quiet. There's not a whole lot going on. You know, it's still kind of chilly out. Um, it is morning. Yeah, it's still morning, so it's a little colder than, you know, when you guys were here during the day. Um, just on account of, you know, time of day. And there are Yatkin and Yuan-Ti that are roaming about, having their just kind of living their lives in this quaint little town. Um,
Okay, good. I nod to the ones that I see and kind of say hello, and yeah, just take a tour of what's going on there. Maybe find a bench to sit down on.
okay, okay. So, yeah, you find yourself. Okay. So the rest of the party, you all exit Moxie's and head towards the homestead of the Gumdra residents. To which nothing gets in your way. However, nothing stops you per se, but there's plenty of people who are you know, intercepting Gumdra on the way back. And man, this trip has taken a real long time to get back to Gumdra's house.
I want to do that thing where I don't even remember what like 90s movie this is from, but instead of taking the time to individually like sign my name, I just have like a fucking paintbrush and I just kind of slap it across like all these papers all at once as we're walking. And then I very much have this air of like, I'm really too good to be having to stop right now, but I also want to like eat up all the attention that I'm getting.
Kind of like Ruby Ross in Fifth Element when he's just
That
walking
was it.
down the hallway.
Yep.
Just,
Yep.
just.
That's the one.
Yeah, so you make your way to the homestead, to which you are free to do what it is you wish to do.
What was the name of the bar?
Moxie's in the town of
Okay,
Moxx.
so as we pass the sign that's like right on the porch, exactly where the bar's sign would be in relation to its front door, so too do I have one, and it's called Maxie's. That's my cousin's name. I'll just kind of offhand mention that's cousin Maxie's address technically, but I figure we'll be doing him a big favor if we can get everything cleaned up. It has been one messy month, I'd say that. We got laundry, we got floors that need scrubbing, dishes that need washing. But if we split up, we can get this done in 45 minutes, hour tops.
Is this Maxie in this material plane with us?
They've been gone for months. I have no idea.
And I'm sorry, 30 minutes was what we promised you after you said all of us would cut down the time.
That sounds fair to me. 30, 45 minutes and we'll be done.
Great, 30 minutes it is. Let's time that.
30 minutes is certainly an option.
I just felt the headache come back. Ow.
Oh, poor Tofu.
Alright, let's get cleaning. I'm no stranger to it. What about you, Opal and Veldrin? Or Inanna and Veldrin.
Am I a stranger to cleaning?
That is what I was asking you, yes.
I am.
You've never cleaned?
No, we had people to do that.
Huh. Couldn't be me. Let's get to it.
As a team, it won't be too hard at all. She says this as she swipes that book that was on the coffee table, and she's just going to plop down on the couch and watch as everybody gets to work.
Oh, you're infuriating.
She's a celebrity.
All right. Well, Veldrin, I'll show you what I know how to do.
Skills
And under
here.
her breath, she's going to say, "We have to do them. We don't have to do them well."
Then just let me do it without knowing how to do it.
Beautiful. We understand our goals then. If you're going to do the laundry, put a red sock in. Ask me why. It's important. Just do it. Red sock in with the whites.
All right, so who's taking what chore? Let's go down the list here. What's Neovar's chore?
Give me the list of what actually had to be done.
Dishes,
Zed's
floor
gonna swab the
scrubbing.
deck.
Okay, we got a deck swab. Dishes, swabbing of decks. What was it? Laundry. What else? What else
Mhm.
chores we got?
Got to empty all the waste, but there's a lot of litter in almost every single room. Like there's crumpled up everything, right? There's also a stack of dishes that it feels like the entire basin, and like there's no cabinet space or anything. There's like it's all just full of dirty dishes and bowls, mostly bowls that smell like old stew.
She definitely is using us to like clean up her cousin's room for her. Mm. I suppose Niavara Inanna is going to be getting rid of trash. She's like, it's not the first time I've had to bury a body. As she like directly staring at Gumba.
Gumdra right now just has like a glass of something orange with a straw, and there's like a little pink umbrella in it, and she's slurping, oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah,
Oh my
I've had
God.
to like there's not even anything worth, secret wise in here. I could
Oh, let's just get done with it. I think she saved up all this nasty bits of cleaning for months for somebody like us, some suckers to come by and
Mhm.
spend the night on her floor. Jeez, it's a mess.
Yep. What you gonna do? Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Let's just do it and get the heck out of here.
All right, so we got Neovar doing trash. What's Opal doing?
Are there dishes to wash?
A
Oh, yeah.
lot.
Opal is washing dishes.
Sorry's
Veldrin
mopping
will, in
floors.
fact, do the laundry. Because that's the thing that you can do the worst, the easiest.
Even though she says this is her cousin's house, as you're like picking up laundry and stuff, there's at least a dozen fancy cloaks and hats and various lengths of feathers and stuff in them, and it's all kind of frilly. This is definitely her clothes that's just thrown everywhere.
Yeah, she's been trashing the house.
All right, so we
You
got
go.
Velgen doing laundry. And what's Sari doing?
Floors, sweeping and then mopping.
All right, so you'd be helping Zed swabbing the deck.
Oh, Zed's swabbing too. I didn't realize.
If you're looking for something to do, something I've really thought about is I just don't really like the way the furniture is placed in here. We could just move it around and make it feel brand new again, don't you think?
That sounds great, but I'm just gonna help Zedrin with the floors.
I just feel like you won't be able to keep yourself busy long enough.
Oh, I think I'm fine. And if I do
Okay.
happen to not have enough to do, I'll come let you know.
All right. I'm just going to enjoy this book as is tradition.
Well, you do that.
Is it the book Veldrin gave her?
Yes.
It is not written in Basic, it's written in Draconic.
I do not know that language. So I'm just going to flip through it and definitely like give like long, thorough lick of the fingertip. It's a little sloppy, and so when I turn the page, it leaves like a wet cow print behind.
A wet cow print. I'd like to see that.
Each of her
Alright.
fingers has like a little hoof mark.
Yeah, where the nails go, right?
Yeah, each nail is an individually like a separate hoof.
That'd be so weird to see.
Alright. So sounds like all the chores are getting handled, so you know what? Let's turn chores into a skill challenge, shall we?
Oh yeah.
So
Belgian's great at physical tasks.
mm-hmm. So Niavara, since you are doing trash, let's do an athletics because that is strength based. Or I should say, yeah. Well, a skill challenge you can kind of pick the skill you want to use. So, what skill would you like to use to take out trash? Let's open up the range of options here.
I think this is a case of, what things would a roguish individual such as yourself might need to get rid of a lot of garbage under quick circumstances. I'm double checking my abilities to like try and do it.
Like use stealth to discreetly bury it in the snow.
Yeah, but like I don't think that
Bitch.
would count for this. Conceal myself from enemies.
Well, we can use some of the skills a little abstract. I mean, we are using a skill challenge for chores, so
Rather than like have to do a skill challenge for the chores, because she doesn't care how well she does it. While she's doing it, her secondary mission is, of course, to find dirt about this woman. She's going through her actual garbage. Can I do a sleight of hand check? Yeah,
Garbage is one of the most illuminating things that you can learn about a person.
exactly. And
let's.
she doesn't strike me as a particularly careful person, so it's got to be somewhere.
So let's do as you're sifting through garbage. When you look around for clues and mark and make deductions based on those clues, investigation.
Oof. I had something juicy too. It's too bad.
It is so bad.
As far as you can tell, just a whole lot of just gross junk. Some of it's even like, how does this even have this texture? It had to have been soaking in something for a while.
Somebody could burn an inspiration. They're just lying about anyway, right?
I actually don't think they are. We don't even start session with them.
Everything's
Don't humans
changed.
get one for napping, Zed?
Does Edrin want to burn an inspiration so Niavar can look through trash?
No, that's a quote right there.
Exactly. The answer is no. It's ludicrous.
I burn an inspiration to go through trash. Oh, that's good. That's good. Alright.
Failing to find anything juicy, she then runs to her third favorite job, which is find me a button. That
Well,
would have been a helpful roll earlier.
well,
There's like a circular tin, right? And it has pictures of cookies on the top of them. And when you pry open the lid, it's just filled with nothing but buttons.
No. You
She wants to
misunderstand.
steal it
Oh.
off your clothes.
It's like it has to be a
What?
worthy button too. She's,
I mean, Veldrin's doing the laundry.
yeah. But like also, I don't just care about buttons on clothes. There are clasps in all shapes and sizes in a house. Beautiful ones on doors,
Mhm.
on drawers, on curtains.
What
Where
about
is
the
the
little buttons on the upholstery of the couch?
exactly? So, what is the prettiest button Neovar can see on clothing or in the house in general?
I think I do have one really big, like, but it's like it's round and it's golden and it's like pinned against my vest though, right?
It's on you.
J- Yeah, and like even on my hat, there's like gems and stuff encrusted. So this looks like it's like very fancy, very prissy.
But there's got to be one on some of those nice cloaks that are just laying
Oh
about, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. There's stuff in the dirty clothes if you wanted to look there.
Oh, but this is for the fun of the game.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
And you're just reading, right?
I'm just reading a book, sipping some kind of orange flavored beverage.
And it's on your vest.
Uh-huh. Upon my person.
But we'll figure out. We'll get around to that
Do
one in a
it.
second because we're going down the list of the skill challenge. So Opal, you
Yeah.
are doing dishes.
Yep.
What skill would you like to use to effectively do piles of dishes in the worst pile that you've ever seen? You don't even know how some of these dishes are even staying structurally sound. It's almost like a if you try and move a dish, it's like a house of cards level of like, how did she even get this stacked like this? And even worse is there's moisture involved, so you're pretty sure like there was like a couple of like fruits and maybe some vegetables that were somewhere in there, and they look a lot more fuzzy than they should.
Probably circled by like drain flies and stuff. And I'd like to say, with part of that balancing act, maybe we use like the corner of a cabinet to catch a bowl right as it's like tipping, so it doesn't exactly fall over, but you'll have to like pry it out and try not to like splash the contents onto yourself.
Of all days to have the actual ability to smell things.
And touch things, because it's just
Like,
some of the stuff in there that's just really unusually squishy.
like, she's not too unused to the idea of a mess, but she is more in the idea of a singular person mess who occasionally cleans up after themselves. This is like, were there was there a fraternity of people living here at some point? Aside from that, what skill should I use? That's a funny one.
They are all
Off,
your options. Be creative.
survival to not get like poisoned by whatever these dishes are covered in.
All right, give me a survival check.
13.
So
nice number.
with your newfound ability to feel things that you couldn't, that you probably wouldn't have really noticed before, and your newfound ability to, smell things and be affected by it, it is rough. You are pretty sure you like because you're trying to make it so stuff doesn't fall over on you, and like you're trying to basically not die, even though it feels like you're probably gonna die on account of last night combined with this current situation. And you are pretty sure that like you go in and you like grab a plate and like, okay, if I grab this plate, then these will stay structurally sound. So it won't fall over. So let me just grab this one. And the second you like touch it, you feel your fingers just like slip into something like squishy, like something rotten, moldy. There's like fur, like almost like fur on your fingers when you notice it. You're very conscious of this because you have fleshy hands now, and it is the worst feeling to just like shove your hand into whatever this moldy sphere. Like you're pretty sure this wasn't what it. The original shape was not this, but it's like this a sphere of just like mold and gross, and you feel it, and it's cold, and it's mushy, kind of like holding like a rotten apple in your hand, or even better, like a rotten plum, because I know how those are like. Those are really grossly squishy.
And what with the new fleshy, fresh nose and everything, and guts and organs at work now, right? This could almost sound like a Constitution saving throw, right?
You're a
Mm.
villain.
Nah, the 13 is still not
Actually,
horrible.
I think the thing that would be funniest is
also,
Opal plunging her hand into the water, not knowing the danger of knives hidden beneath the soap suds.
Oof.
actually, something I would like to point out is, while I would normally agree, Opal has one of her two saving throws that she just has innate benefits towards is Constitution. She's fine, as gross as this is.
Yeah, it's just really gross. 13 is still pretty decent. Alrighty. And dishes don't fall over, so that's a good sign. Sorry. We'll do sorry and Zit since you're both kind of tandem swabbing. So how would sorry? Because I'm starting with sorry. How would sorry like to? What skill would you like to use to swab the deck, clean the floors, sweep and mop?
Let's go with athletics because I'm having a good old time. I'm not just sweeping and swabbing. I'm dancing around and practicing my sword moves as I swab. Mm.
Yep. So a 24, you would definitely manage to intermingle, kind of like old Karate Kid, like they they have you swabbing the deck, but really it's a means of practicing your sword work and your footwork and learning how
Yes.
to, on a slippery surface, how to change your stance and be able to still accomplish your goal of maintaining balance while still, moving, being in motion while dodging not only, maintaining balance, but also dodging like the other piles of clothing that Veldrin is currently about to start picking up because there are cloaks everywhere. So, there's cloaks and clothing and gloves and like sticks and all sorts of stuff just like all over the place. So you're having to dip dive, dodge and weave.
Cool. That sounds like fun.
Never before have you had so much gain from doing chores.
I'm having a blast.
Well, speaking of blasts, let's see how Zed's doing. What skill would you like to use, Zed, as the deck swabber?
I was gonna say sleight of hand since he'd probably be using some sort of mop or something. But he's not stealing anything, and it seems like the description of sleight of hand is kind of leaning
We're
towards that.
we're
We have
expanding on
nimble
that.
fingers.
Yeah, I'm broadening the scope of the skills for the purpose of, like I said, it's it's if it were a skill challenge to like chase somebody down the street or something, like big and important and crazy, then yeah, sure, we probably go by the wording of it. But we're doing a laundry check, so
Yeah.
we could play with the rules a little bit on this one.
All right. So yeah, he'll do sleight of hand.
Maybe
Terrible.
yeah. So with a 9, you start trying to swab the deck, and there's points where you just can't help but think about the times that you're on the what was it, the Ashen Wake, and you just
Yeah.
kind of drift off every so often, just like not necessarily feeling like you've been here before, but a little bit of that muscle memory just triggers those old memories of you being on the deck, cleaning the planks, and every so often you'll unconsciously like swab, and then you'll like catch little one's little like toe or something what are you doing, swapping mop? You'd probably catch like little one with like the mop every so often, just meh. Just sort of not paying attention. So, and then Veldrin,
Yeah.
what skill would you like to use for doing laundry?
Hmm. I'm opening up this to the class. What skill should I use for doing laundry?
How well do
Are
you
your
want to do it?
intentions, and do you want to do a good job, or do you want to intentionally sabotage?
The skills that I could like really intentionally sabotage are acrobatics, deception, intimidation, performance, persuasion, sleight of hand, and stealth. So I don't think any of those really apply.
I think plenty of them apply. Like even performance, you could act like you're trying to do a good job, and really you have no idea what you're doing, right?
Yeah. Sleight of hand is like I'm putting in like a piece of garbage into the water to make those smell bad.
See, I was imagining he's just gonna grab everything and throw it all in. Damn if anything's lace
Well,
or
there's no like
delicate.
machine here, right? I figure it's like the old tub, and there's like a
Oh
scrubber,
yeah.
right?
But you still would have to be like careful with delicate items, and he's just like, nah.
Yeah. It's any of the above. I think performance would be funny.
We're going with performance. There we go.
Yeah, you could tell that.
I mean, technically, even if it was a skill that you were good at, that would be a terrible roll. Anyway, that's why I'm like, you don't necessarily have to use a skill you're proficient in, because even then you could still roll low. That's the nature of the dice and how they wish to tell a story. So with a 4, I would say Gumdra, you would see Veldrin just like pick up a pile of clothes, like just a pile of like a couple of your favorite but not clean capes, and just like part way through carrying it, you know how like when you have some laundry that dangles and you're walking with it and then you like unintentionally like step on it and it kind of slips out of the pile, and like this happens a couple times is you see like this drow just so inept at just carrying laundry. And then even worse, they found one of your red cloaks and they started washing it with your green cloaks and like a couple of like your white ones. We'll say maybe some gloves. Like actually, even with a 4, she couldn't tell that Veldrin could not tell the difference between a glove and like maybe like a pouch or a skirt or something, and You know, they even throw some gloves in there, just starting washing them.
I'm just gonna call out and be like, "You're doing great in there, sweetie," and just like her face has doubt on it, but she's also never done laundry before, so she doesn't fucking know if they're doing it right or not. That's what she has other people for, right?
Meanwhile, Kozik is enjoying a nice sip of tea on a bench in
Nice,
town.
nice morning in a small town in the mountains. It's nice to be a dwarf out here. Tell you what.
That's funny. All right, so now we'll bump it back to Niavar, who did that perception. To which, at that point, you know, when Gondra's saying like "You're doing great, sweetie," that's when the button catches your eye, or I should say the various options, because I think he said there was like jewels in the hat and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
So what does Inanna plan to do with that information?
It's a case of, you know what? I'm spoiled for choice, but I still think the best one is going to be the one on the chest. She doesn't, to be clear, Niavar doesn't care about worth. It's not about wealth. It's not about value. This is about the game of it.
I think it would definitely be the hardest one to get. It might not be the most valuable, but it would also be something noticeable too. Like, end of the day, you're patting yourself off, and it's like, where'd my button go? Right?
Uh-huh, exactly. Therefore, it's become literally something of extreme value to her. All right, so she's just sitting there, right?
She's kind of like leaned. She's no longer pretending to read the book because she's very invested in what Veldrin's doing with the laundry. Because it seems like laundry's as easy as just grabbing everything and shoving it in one place.
She's like,
Oh,
I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
this is the blind leading the blind.
Blind leading the deaf.
Yeah, then I realized that. Yeah. So she's sitting up. Niavara is going to sort of like meander over there, a bag of like a big, large bag of trash in hand, and you know, poor Niavara with her strength modifier of -1. What are you looking at?
Oh, I'm just looking at that one that's brothers with, and I point towards the kitchen where the dishes are being washed. Just watching them work, you know. Hey, make sure you go
Yeah,
upstairs. We got a bathroom upstairs, and it's got a whole bunch of more laundry too that's in the tub. I was running out of space.
girl, why do you live like this?
Well, this ain't my house. This is my cousin's house. So technically, they live like this.
I mean, but you're living here, aren't you? Isn't
It's
this all your stuff?
Well, I didn't get around cleaning it this week, which is it's fortunate that y'all decided to sleep on the floor, huh?
This week, be honest.
I mean, it may have been a day or two more.
And she's sort of like looking at her.
Be
Listen,
more honest.
I am but a holy servant. You may express your sins to me truthfully. I will not judge. My job in life is to inspire change in others.
But truthfully, I'm from the big city. I'm not from this rinky-dink nowhere in the mountains, right? And so I have people who do this for me, but they don't really offer those services here.
Yeah, of course not. Most people here have to do it themselves.
Exactly. So you understand the conundrum I've been in.
No.
Oh, well, I don't do these things, and someone does them for me, but ain't no one here that can do them for me. So what can you
Why don't
do?
you do them? Why don't you do them yourself?
Because I'm a celebrity, I don't have to.
Well, clearly you do. And she sort of gestures about.
Well,
Otherwise, you're going
clearly
to
it worked out
eventually.
by itself, and she gestures about.
We're going to have to leave soon.
Right, I'm coming with you.
Yes, and this place will not be clean by then.
You think it'd take 45 minutes?
Thank.
And Anna sort of tilts her head. I think if this place is clean within the next 48 hours, it'll be a miracle.
Well, that's pretty rough, but we got a time limit. We got to get going. So I guess we'll just do our best and leave it to the rest.
I hope that your cousin, does not murder you. And
I'll
if
be
he
long gone
does,
by then.
I hope that I will be there to watch.
Yeah, it's not really my cousin, so it's not like he knows where I live or nothing. It's more like a dear friend / fan who really enjoys my celebrityness.
Celebrity is, in fact, a word on its own to describe the condition of being a celebrity.
You add an S on there, you got double the
Onivar
power.
is annoyed.
Well, seeing as it is your mess, you could be, invested in doing it with us so that you're not inspired to do this again, and she sort of shakes the bags. They're so heavy for me.
Oh, I wish I could help you, but that's really against our traditions and culture here.
Work?
Here?
Chores among the yak folk.
I
Now,
see.
if you had slept on a Yontee's floor, that'd have been different. They'd have probably made you food.
In which case, and she's going to make a big dramatic show of picking up this bag that she knew was going to be too heavy for her. But here's the thing. This is her beautiful moment. She knows that she's going to fail this. Oh my god. It's actually perfectly average.
Serviceable.
Damn it. She's going to have to do this again. She picks up, she realizes fuck. It worked. I picked it up just fine.
Yeah, it's one of those you thought it was gonna be one of those crappy kitchen bags, and it turns out it's one of those sturdy yard bags.
Hefty bag.
Yeah, hefty. You got a hefty. And
So
I
she's,
dropped it.
left with two choices. Number one, pretend that she fails. Or number two, try again.
Earn an inspiration, right? We're said.
Burn an inspiration for a lower check.
Right?
Well, you got an inspiration from a nat 20.
Oh my god. She's going for making it. She's gonna, fake it instead of going, oh my god, oh shit. Fall.
Nice.
On her.
It's perfectly believable. It's like those bags are so heavy, she's gonna reach out to try to center you and keep you upright.
Oh no, she's falling. She's going down, and the bag's going with her, and she's going to trying to catch herself on your chest and go straight for that damn button. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's all right. It's a little messy in here. It's easy to fall down here. You all right?
I'm so sorry. I'll be honest. I've never really done much chores myself. I'm not exactly meant for it myself, being a woman of the cloth. Poor Veldrin, he's never done them himself either. He's a child of a noblewoman.
Well, he looks like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Somehow, You don't even know how, but it almost sounds like nails on a chalkboard as Veldrin's trying to like do the washboard.
You know, I hope that
Those are
he does for your clothes' sake.
You know, it could be nails on a chalkboard. He has primal savagery. He could make his nails longer.
Anyway, let me clean this up. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Once
go
again.
right ahead. Mm-hmm. I think you're doing a great job, even if it is a little hard, even if you've never done it before. You
Mhm.
know, nothing elbow grease can't solve, right?
Mhm. By the way, the extra inspo point from getting a second nat 20 in one session. Let's go.
Nice.
Who doesn't have it?
I don't.
Oh,
Let's go with Vel. Vel, get it. Button secured. It's going straight in the box.
Veldrin gets inspiration because Neophara is also torturing this woman.
Well,
Even
she's
though-
oblivious to it right now. These are things that'll pay off later.
Mm-hmm.
Straight in the pocket. Did Temporalis come along as he witness to this? Or did he,
he's-
like, Kozak decide not to?
Oh, he sat down on a chair that Sari sat in, crossed his legs, and opened a book. And then he looks up as you guys make noise. You are doing great. Keep it up. And he just does like a single thumbs up and then goes back to reading, his little journal.
Now, where's that one that was washing the floors? I feel like we got two people doing the same job. We should split them up because the gutters outside, it's like they're growing little trees inside of them. Somebody needs to really get in there and just rake it clean.
That sounds horrible. If only we had an additional person doing nothing.
If only.
And I'm going to look to the other drow. I'm blanking on the name already.
Temporalis.
Temporala.
Yeah.
And he looks up at you. Yes, that would be very useful if there was another person available to do such a thing. And then he goes back to reading.
Opal will speak up again. Yes, Temporalis. And she'll look at the lady. If only.
I'm going to take a long draw from this orange juice with the umbrella in it, right? Just, and then think, oh, your dwarf friend. If he was here, he could do it.
No, I'm sure he's busy with Neavara right now.
Well, that's two hands, right? Or four, I guess.
You don't want
You think they'd be
Neavara
interested?
coming around.
No?
No. I regret to tell you that she's sort of, and I
Clumsy?
didn't want to say it in polite society.
Mhm.
She's sort of bloodthirsty, that one. That's the reason why we had to leave her out of town.
I might could calm her down. They don't call me the mountain sage for nothing. No offense, but I know magics, and I calm down almost anybody.
Wow, I know magics too. What a flex.
She's a worshiper of the Dark Six, you see. The
I don't
gods of the
see.
wild themselves.
The Dark
I-
Six.
Mm-hmm. Secondly, she has a twin sister, also a drow, running around after her, who is on a vendetta to try and kill her and people
I
close to
imagine
her.
it'd be
So
difficult to have a twin sister that wasn't the same race.
oh, yo. Oh,
I think you had me there.
So mad.
I suppose you're right there. Typically speaking, I imagine it would be, wouldn't it?
Mhm.
No, this sister has a blood vendetta against her and has already killed small children to try and get at Neavara. So best
Veldrin
that we
looks up.
don't involve her.
So this is
Veldrin
another
looks up
story
at
of a
the mention
drow
of-
killing children?
It is quite a tradition.
Oh, I know about tradition. And she gestures to everybody doing chores, obviously.
You know, it's my religious tradition that people who are, idle with their hands are performing the devil's work.
Not Catholicism.
I didn't know how, what else to say there.
I couldn't agree with you more. And then she's gonna flick a page in the book.
Oh, you are so
Hey,
funny.
Red, I have a question for anybody who can hear me. How good do you think stone hands will be for cleaning dishes?
Oh, they'll be great.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Yes, yes,
Hey,
yes. You have to turn back
Temporalis.
to your.
Hey,
There you
Temporalis, do you
go.
think you can turn me back to a human after I'm done? So I'm no longer having to deal with the sensations of whatever plantage is growing on these. I swear, I've seen so many different plants and these are all new.
What you're actually talking about is not plants at all, but several species of mold.
I have seen many different kinds of mold. None of these are those.
Many of these are going to be fine delicacies in the Underdark.
Oh God.
So Temporalis, without taking his eyes off of his book, just holds up a hand and snaps his fingers.
Oh, he's so good.
Thanks, boss. And Opal will continue washing dishes. This time it's actual nails on chalkboard.
Oh.
And no spot in the house is safe from her wrath.
Oops, broke another dish.
She just drops one straight to the ground and is like, oops.
Or she goes to reach for one and just, oh, I guess I held that a little hard.
Yes, and,
feel like-
and basically, when he snaps his fingers, it's like the fleshy parts, the flesh, like you can see it start from like your fingers and like work its way up, almost like a wave of stone. Like it's almost like your body looks like it's being petrified, but instead it's just reverting to its old composition.
And this is like everybody can see this change, right? Like it's noticeable.
I mean, if you're looking in the kitchen, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would be very concerned at this moment and be like, okay, maybe that's enough washing dishes for you because it has done something to your skin. And
Oh,
I
no.
want to like try to grab them by the shoulders and gently like, I don't know what's going on, but you and water don't mix well.
As you're talking to Opal, you just see her, as this process is happening, mind you,
Uh-huh.
her skin becomes perfectly smooth. Her hair becomes very shiny. As she just looks at you and goes, no, everything's fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
When she says that, Veldrin like clears his throat really loudly and like stares Opal down because he's like, you have an excuse to stop working.
I wish I knew thieves can't,
I
but not even you understand it.
so confused by what's going on. I'm just gonna say, can I touch your hair?
No, it's worth more than everything in this house.
Well, that's okay. It ain't my house.
If you can follow the logic in that.
You have stun locked Opal. You have a moment to do it.
Okay, just gently with these, with the hooves for nails, right? I'm gonna try to like run my fingers through it a little bit. I just want to feel the texture.
You ever felt really thin, like lines of stone or even gemstone?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's weird. For hair?
Yep.
Interesting. Are you sure? Maybe here, if you want, I can help with the dishes. And just like waving a finger, she gets the water to like spray out of the basin and start cleaning the dishes just magically.
Oh, no way. All this time you could have done that?
Well, they call me the mountain sage for a reason. I told y'all I knew magic.
Veldrin sees her
how
do that and
kind
just
of
like
you.
throws the laundry on the ground.
Thank you so much. I'm so appreciative of that. And Opal will just back away a little bit. The wooden, because the floors of this house are wooden, yes?
Yes.
The wooden floors do creak considerably more under her weight.
Oh yeah, 400 pounds.
She's actually near the midpoint of 400 pounds.
Okay.
I think that's something we got in common. I'm a big cow lady. I figure like 400 or 500 pounds.
What's your height?
7'11".
Opal is like 5'6".
Tiny
And
but
she
heavy.
looks like the archetypical dainty humanoid.
Aw. So, reckon it's been about 30 minutes. We could just stop what we're doing and we'll finish them when we get back home, right?
Sure.
Veldrin is leaving a pile of wet laundry on the
Oh.
floor so it can get musty.
So nothing much will change.
I was
What do
gonna
you
say
mean we'll
it was already
finish it?
musty.
What do you mean we'll finish it when we get back home? We're not coming back here.
Well, just in case we ever do. I mean, I ain't never stayed here before, but I reckon I'll come back at some point. Could be years from now.
Well, we're not going to be coming with you.
Well, who can predict the future? I don't know. I'm just trying to get to old Granny Smith's.
Diavara
All
can.
right. Great.
But
Well,
she's not here.
we did our half hour. We're done. And thank you for letting us stay here. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This was real fun. We'll have to do it again sometime.
No, we
Oh,
won't.
sure.
And everybody did such a great job. You could eat off these floors.
Opal's going to be whispering to Temporalis and just going, "Hey, can you transfer me back? That was really funny."
So, in a very slight maneuver, he does finger guns at you, and you can just. He doesn't say the words, but he mouths it as his eyes are still in the book, and he just says, "Where I say he mouths, nah."
No.
Oh. Oh.
Damn, that's rough, buddy. All right.
So do we meet at the bar for your dwarven friend, or? I believe he did say he was going to help me carry on my bags. I got about 11 suitcases. How much of that laundry you think's ready to go?
Is she coming with us?
She is.
What?
I think you should compact all of your items into one thing before you go.
I think I
Wait,
got way too
she's-
much to carry for that.
Yeah, I
She's
doubt
coming
that
with
11
us.
bags are worth carrying around us. So figure out what's necessary.
Well, it's
And
all
then-
necessary. I got hair products, I got dresses, and look at I got
Well,
hats.
nobody else is carrying your stuff because we've got all our own. So your entourage is not helping. So if you can carry it all, be our guests. But otherwise, you're not going to get help from us. We've got our own stuff to carry.
Think of
I figure I can carry half.
the
Mhm.
princess from Spaceballs when they're just like, "This is all necessary," and it's just like a
Exactly,
giant hair
yeah.
dryer and.
Well, the one with the big arms, he was pretty happy to do it for me. Most people are.
Most people are.
Do you ever pay people for their work? Or do you just expect
Just being in
goodwill?
my presence is payment enough.
Wow. I don't
Not
know.
my
how
I-
I'm gonna-
words.
I think I'm going to unionize.
Opal's going to whisper into Veldrin's ear. I feel like we should be getting paid for being in your presence.
That's why we unionize.
That's what it feels like.
So she's
That-
going to go around packing her bags, and it literally is like there's about a dozen ready by the time she's at the door.
All right, everybody, dex checks to see who can get away the fastest.
Not Veldrin.
All right. So can somebody? When did we? What? I I didn't realize she was coming with us. When did that happen?
It happened quite
She
a bit ago,
discussed it at
actually.
breakfast.
Oh God, I missed it. And she's coming all the way to Chronosis with us. Is
Think
that
of
what
that.
you're saying?
Yes, but think of it like this: we get to feed her to Niavara.
I guess that's true, Nana. That would
Well,
be.
if that means what I can only imagine it means, I think I'm actually going to enjoy that.
Well, and at this point, Temporalis closes his book and pulls off his like reading glasses. I suppose I will meet you at the bar. And then he starts walking out.
Fair, actually. Should we all where's
Mhm.
is Koza gonna be at the bar, do you think?
Well, I imagine so.
Well, let's just tell our friend that
Mhm.
we'll see her there.
This would be about the time she's coming downstairs, and she does have like this is probably multiple trips. She's gonna open the door like this is cold wintry snow going on, right? Some of it gets inside, and she's just gonna call out, "I got bags if anybody can help," just like as loud as she can down the street.
No. Let's go to the bar.
Do we have to roll anything to get out of the house?
Are you trying to sneak out?
Get out before we are saddled with her bags.
Bags.
I think she was
Wait.
calling out towards townsfolk to come help with the bags.
Even funnier, Niavara is going to be like, okay, let's just do this. We're going to say we just missed her. We didn't hear her.
I suddenly went deaf. It was very
So-
unfortunate. It was an accident from the laundry.
As you guys are discussing this, you would hear the footsteps of some town folk. Some Yatkins start heading towards the house, the homestead.
Oh, I appreciate this so much. It's just I got so much to carry, and I'm not as strong as I look. And she's gonna like pull the Niavara a little bit, where it's like I also have a low strength score, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'd sure appreciate if you could take that to the bar for me. I got friends that should be waiting, and they'll carry it the rest of the way. I figure.
I think friends is a strong word.
I believe in the power of friendship too. Friends is a strong word.
All right, so y'all are darting off to Moxie's.
Yes.
All right, all right. So the camera pans on over to Kozik, having tea, minding his own, having a lovely morning, undisturbed, chore-free, and
Moisturized in his lane.
celebrity-free. And eventually, like, it's been about a half an hour. I'd say like Marlon's probably spotted you sitting on the bench, and he saddles on up to Kozik and is like, "Yeah, nobody came on back, so I figured I'd go out and get some supplies for the
Oh,
old
okay, that's a good.
tripperoo."
Indeed. Well, that's a good idea. Is there a store anywhere near here?
I
Some sort of-
mean,
yeah.
not so much any big fancy city folk store, but you know, the stables. Gotta get some feed. Make sure we got proper supplies. Pretty much what you call it. General store, yeah.
Well, I'd like to go too. Do you mind if I accompany you?
Sure, sure. Come on. Where's the rest of the group at? Are they off getting drunk again? without old
They're doing
me.
some. No, they're doing some sort of ritualistic cleaning business for that person.
Ah,
I don't
yeah.
know about that.
Old Gumdra. Never want to fall asleep at the house that she's in.
And I kind of stand up and stretch. And I'm like, you get that feeling when you're sore from sitting so comfortably for so long, you know?
Well, I mean, I kind of woke up on the floor, so.
Right. Well, yeah, let's go.
All right then. Let's get some supplies. And, you know, he goes to like this humble little shop. Actually has like the sign and everything. Just, gen- basically they just call it the general store because, you know, it's quite literally the only store really here. So them calling it general store
Right.
is almost kind of a play on. You get the feeling it's sort of a play on the word itself, as it being the only one in town. Uh, and you walk in, and it is very humbling in here. It doesn't really have a whole lot to it. There's some bits and bobs here and there. There's some basically imagine like what do they call it? Like basically like a Dollar Tree. It's got a little bit of everything. There's a little arts and crafts section, there's like a little snack section, there's like um well, because of the ambient temperature, they don't really need a freezer per se, but they still have a storage area where things seem a little bit chillier than the external temperature. Um yeah, just all sorts of just random things.
Hmm.
Very general.
Well, what kind of things do you think we'll need for the journey? Do we need some rope and things like that, or what do you think?
Yep, we're gonna need some reckon we're gonna need some rope here. And he walks over and like takes a couple of like coils. Um, Probably gonna need a couple of these, and he grabs like a couple of like grappling hooks, some pitons, piton.
Uh,
Um,
like Teton, right?
like
Pittance. We'll
basically
just
he's
leave out
getting
the T's altogether.
pitton. Yep, like a pit crew pitton, like a kitten, but it's pitton. Um, he would basically he's just gonna grab a bunch of like climbing equipment, a bunch of stuff that you think would be useful for getting through the snow. He'd definitely pick up a couple of like extra sleeping bags. Then he'd look to you and be like, "So, do y'all's have your own sleeping bags or
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Or do you think we'll need some more heavy duty gear than we currently have?
well, how good are y'all's at handling the cold?"
Oh, uh, pretty good, I would say. And I kind of think back and think about all the little, maybe the sun-dappled and shady bowers in the forest that we've slept in, and all the hotels that we've been in. And I'm like, kind of going, yeah, maybe we need some warmer gear.
All right then, I can take care of that. So he grabbed some like some heavier duty sleeping bags, like more definitely more insulated, um, and they definitely seem like ones that they zip up completely, so you can actually just sort of bury yourself in it if you wanted to. He'd pick up some tents, just sort of just a lot of things that you'd imagine you would need for not only a long trip, but also a long trip in the mountains in the snow. So a lot of it is leaning more towards like cold weather gear, climbing stuff. Um, that general bit of things. And he'd even pick up some like jerky because they'd have like a little, because like I said, there's like a little snack section, so there'd be like rations and jerkies and dried meats and stuff like that.
Yeah, is there like a some sort of fur hat that I can buy, something like that?
Yeah, it'd be one of those like they're not hoodies, but yeah,
I feel like I need a
like
pretty
really cold.
stylish fur hat. I'll pay for it.
Yeah. There's even like the hooded ones with like a lot of fur for like, cold weather
Yeah, yeah.
design. Yeah. What are those called? Yeah, I'll look it up later. I didn't even think about that. All right. And he just plops all this stuff like on the counter. All right. I think this'll do. We'll pick all this stuff up.
Well, my purse strings are are open here. What's the damage there, sir?
Oh no, no, this was part of the contract. I mean, I'm pretty much
The
heading this
premium
way
package.
anyway. Sorry, what
Okay.
was that?
The premium package that you spoke of.
Yeah.
Did we ever find out how much that premium package was going to run?
It was like 4 or 5 gold a day. It was really
Oh,
cheap.
that's right. That's right.
I believe it was.
It was something like that, yeah.
Trying to find if the base was 5 and then it was like 7 for the premium.
Oh goodness. Better find this town quick then.
But the premium would have covered all of the necessary equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Let's see. All right. Well, we're gonna say it's 5 because after all, you did drink with them. And apparently you guys seem to. Well, yeah. You wouldn't really know that information anyway. So yeah. So he picks up all the equipment and just kind of waves his hand. No, no, it's all part of the premium package and the discount. I mean, I didn't know you knew Gumdra, so
That's tremendous. Thank you. Thank you.
and he would actually with all this stuff, he would interestingly enough stuff it all into a bag of holding.
Ah, now that makes some sense.
And I since we're here, I kind of look around and I say, by the way, what's the deal with Gumdra? Why is this person so famous?
Well, some would call her a priestess. I mean, she's worked with the water, and it's hard to drink water when it's frozen, so she's kind of a bit of a hero, I guess, around here, you could put it. Um, she
Sure.
comes through every so often. The people love her.
Hmm. Yes, she called herself the Sage of the Mountains. Do you agree with that?
I mean, who I don't see a reason why I shouldn't. I've seen her
Okay.
work. I've seen what she can do with the water. I've seen her help folks out. but most importantly, she's got some kind of, divine energy to her. So, I mean, clearly, she's chosen by the gods. Who am I to argue?
Perhaps. Well, I know the feeling.
What do you mean by that?
Well, who am I to argue with with what other people say?
Indeed. And with, some level of personal observation. Anyway, I guess we should be getting back. I'm sure they're probably about done with whatever it is she had them do.
You're probably right, and I believe Gumdra has stated her intention to come along with us. That's a good thing, right?
I mean, it never hurts to have an extra hand out there.
Well, that may be true, but I feel as though all of our hands may be full with luggage and cosmetics, various and sundries.
Well, I mean, that's why we have these things, and he dangles the bag of holding.
That's right. I like the way you think, sir.
And I like the way that you like the way that I think. And then he pats you
Haha.
on the back, pats you on the shoulder, and starts, heading back to Moxie's.
All right, I trudge along behind him. He's probably quite a bit larger than me, isn't
Yeah, they're
he?
they're so the yak folk are on average, um, usually around like 6 to 7 ish feet. So they're pretty tall. Um, think like imagine think like minotaurs, but they're smaller cousins kind of thing. But they have
Right.
more fur because they're more acclimated to the cold. So they've you know they have grown the adaptation to be able to go out and about with pretty minimal cold weather gear, if any at all. Like some of them you've probably seen just walking around in just normal like uh common clothing and traveler's clothing and stuff. Yuan-Ti, on the other hand, not so much. They're a little more protected on average, but they also seem to have adapted to the cold to some lesser extent. And he leads you back to Moxie's.
Whew.
And let's
Uh,
see, since you went
Getting
shopping and
cold.
whatnot, I'd probably say you'd meet up with whoever is at the bar because yours took a little bit longer than doing chores. Because you took the time to be sitting on the bench, and then you met Marlin, and then you went shopping real quick, and then so yeah, I'd say the other folks. So the
Yeah,
camera
yeah.
will pan to the other group as you guys have successfully retreated from the homestead of the quote unquote homestead of Gumdra and back to the bar. And as you would expect, Moxie is there, cleaning cups.
She's always cleaning cups, that Moxie. A lot of cups.
The cup is also a clone.
Or a mimic.
Hmm.
Oh, welcome back.
Well, thank you. Have you seen our mate, Tozik? The
Uh,
the 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 dwarf that's traveling with us.
I can't say I've seen him in a bit, Suge. No.
All right. I imagine he'll come back here soon enough.
Maybe. Maybe he's out having himself a good time in town, Suge.
Well, isn't this about the only place to go out in town?
Doesn't keep you from going out and meeting folk.
Well, that's right. I imagine maybe did he is Marlin here? Because I think we're getting ready to hit the road.
Oh, that big old tub of alcohol. He said he was gonna go get some supplies.
All right then. We'll just wait here. I'm sure they'll be back here.
All right. So the party that dipped out of the Gumdra's house would eventually hear the sound of like a small crowd approaching Moxie's, accompanied by Gumdra herself, and a
Oh,
bunch
she
of people
didn't come
carrying
with
her
us.
bags. No, because it
Ah,
sounded like you
okay.
guys dipped out while Gumdra was
Right.
like, yeah.
It's sort of like being a Disney princess, but instead of animals, it's just a flock of townspeople.
Uh,
And so she's going to take the time to pay them compliments and she's going to sign the papers or anything. And I imagine the town's not incredibly big. So these are like the same people over and over again.
Yeah, pretty
As she's
much.
like headed in, she's going to say, all right, you can just leave the bags by the door. I got a dwarf who's going to help me carry them, I guess. But I appreciate all y'all's help. If you see Maxie, tell him thank you for letting me stay in their house, even though, who knows where Maxie's been. It's been forever. But I'm sure that if they knew who I was, they'd be a big fan and they'd let me stay. So,
I'm
if
sorry, I thought they were your cousin.
well, that's what I call my fans. Ain't that right, cousins? And I call out to everybody behind me.
Oh my God, we love you, Gumdra.
Just like family, we're all cousins. I'm gonna give Opal a smile. She actually believes that. Yeah, she does call people cousin, and that's like being a believer for Justin Bieber, right? She's a socialite. She's an influencer.
You get to choose one of your bags to keep. The rest of them get left here.
Well, they're all essential. I think we
No,
could do
no,
it
no,
if
no,
you.
no, no, no. I think you misunderstood me. I didn't
Mhm.
say get all of your items in one bag, or all of your most important items in one bag. I said choose one, and we'll take that one.
What if I take one and you take one, and then that
No,
gives me
no, no,
two?
no. I'm carrying my own stuff.
Well, you said we'll take one as if it was going to be teamwork.
I said wheel, as in wheel, as in you, and the rest of us will carry the rest of our own stuff. We'll take it.
It is important on the pilgrimage to almost carry their own belongings on their back. It would be wholly unholy, if you will, for me to carry the burdens of someone else on this great journey.
She's got like 12 duffel bags and 0 backpacks.
And as you said, you can just leave your other important stuff with your cousin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No
that's
problem,
true. I'm
right?
sure they'd appreciate the clothes. I was gonna leave them the ones that wasn't done with the laundry yet, and just like as kind of a souvenir, as a thank you for letting me stay in their house for so long.
No, but
That's
how?
that's what we didn't see. If we got deep enough into their laundry, we would have found Maxie mummified in some of it.
I told you it was a juicy secret, but they rolled like a 6.
I rolled a 6.
All right, I'll
And
think about what items is important and I'll sort through them.
Glad to know
Well
we
and
have an
good.
understanding.
Yep, sometimes you have to rough it, right? Because that getting to the big city is going to take a lot of effort.
This
Y'all
sounds,
know it's dangerous to get there, right?
this
No,
sounds like an issue for you fleshy types.
I believe the term that my lady would most appreciate is skill issue. And she takes out her dice and, runs it between her hands.
And as you do that, Marlin and Kozik would enter Moxie's. Yeah, just as I said, the gang's all here.
Now, Marlon, you ain't got room for my bags. Is that my understanding? That's what Miss Opal over there was saying.
Opal is shaking her head.
Well, of course I got room for your bags. Come
Oh,
here.
good. I thought I was going to have to leave something important behind.
Opal very, very loudly bangs her head on a table.
It might actually be a bag of holding.
This goes,
Here you go. And then he hands her literally a bag of holding.
We're going to shove every single one of these bags in. Vibrantly colored, but it's all like big stuff, like duffel bags and stuff, right?
Are
No
they like
backpacks. Mm-hmm.
Are they like Vera Bradley pattern paisleys?
Right? Yeah. Yeah, that's perfect. And we'll just delicately put them all in the bag of holding. And I'm gonna reach in and see if I can make room, right? As if it's gonna run out. Can I pull something out?
Uh, it's a fresh bag of holding, so you'd pull out whatever you put in.
They didn't put anything in it yet?
Nope, not the one they gave you.
Okay, good. Then I'm just gonna keep the bag of holding to myself and like taper it on one of my mini belts.
Ooh, it is. She's just entitled.
Aw, nice. Good bag.
All right then.
I think that we're ready to go.
Well, that'll be
Wonderful.
good. Oh, I mean, it's good to be in a new place, but I'm very looking forward to getting to Chronosis.
Well, I didn't bring my coin purse with me. I didn't have time to pack everything. So would one of y'all cover me the charges?
I can't. I don't have
I
money.
don't think so, love. I think we have a moment to stop back by your house.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry
Um,
about that. A local legend
Oh,
like yourself, I got that. I got you covered.
you're so sweet, cousin.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
I should
if you've
tell
got
these
everything
guys.
all lined up and ready to go, let's I would say hit the road, but it's not as much road as you think.
it's climbing, right?
We'll be hoofing it.
Haha.
Indeed. And with
Oh,
that
that's
delectable pun, that's where we'll wrap up the session.
thanks
Oh,
for
that's
DMing.
fun.
Yeah.
that was a good session. I enjoyed it.
Nice to meet you, Gumdra.
Yeah, funny character.
I'm gonna be real. I saw a person named Gnome, and I was like, "Who's this mysterious, mythical, mischievous creature?"
That's my goblin on Wednesdays. His name's Gnome.
Very funny.
That's a great character.
Your
God.
goblin's name is Gnome.
Well, his mama, when she was pregnant, she got saved. Her life was saved by a gnome, but she couldn't remember his name, so she named her firstborn child after him, which is just Gnome.
That's
That's
funny.
great.
Well, Gumdra
Hey,
is
I
just great. Oh my gosh, she's like so annoying. She's fun.
Gumdra, I had no idea what their personality or name or anything was. About an hour and a half, I was like, "Can I play D&D?" And Cube's like, "Yeah, you can be a special guest." And so he said it had yak folk and Yanti in the town, and so I just looked up an image and I was like, "All right, she looks cool."
All right, nice improv.
Great improv.
Very funny.
Oh,
I thought it was
yeah,
gonna
she's
be
got
like a
us.
holy clergy, whatever kind of thing, right? And I just went complete opposite, I guess.
I
Well, you
mean, it's
got
a
us
holy
yeah.
clergy of a nun type.
The
Right.
polar opposite to clergy influencer.
You got
That's
us
really
all banging
fun.
our heads against the wall.
Thanks for doing the chores.
Thanks
You're
for the new
good.
Dude, I was
button for
realizing
my
halfway through
collection.
we were all gonna leave, and it's not even your house, and it's not even your actual cousin's house. We didn't have to do any of that. We could have just left.
Yep.
Could have just been
And then
like,
hmm?
yeah, grab all your stuff and just meet us at the bar.
And there's like a whole bunch of like wet laundry that's thrown on the floor now and broken dishes, and we've just left it like
We
that.
made it worse. Yeah.
I think we actually succeeded in making it worse, gang.
Yeah.
We just trashed a random person's house.
I like the idea that she doesn't actually know this person. She just assumes that if they got to know her, they would let her stay.
Oh my god.
That's pretty funny.
I like the idea too
Oh
that
my gosh.
you were already squatting in there
Yeah.
and just happened to flip the script because we ended up barging in. So it's like, oh yeah, totally. You guys showed up at my place. Yeah, I mean it's fine, but it's customary. Gotta help out.
I know you're a very good con artist.
Hey, that was real. We made up those rules tonight, and that's part of the town's legacy now. Like, that's a custom.
It's now a custom. Oh man. Well, Marlon agreed. That's good.
All right. So with that being said, gonna wrap up there. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate you. Hopefully you enjoyed the show session. We do, for those of you on YouTube, we do this every Tuesday at 7. I think we're moving into 7:30 Pacific. And we go about 3 hours. I Luckily I was able to get all the VODs on YouTube. I think they're good. No errors. I should double check that. So tomorrow we'll be back at it at 7. No, sorry, at 5:30 Pacific. Different game, different feel, and yeah. I think that's all the announcements. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. And if I think of it later, I'll figure it out. But anyway, like I said, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you next time. And remember, stay good to yourselves. Stay good to others. And remember to keep an open mind. But until next time, y'alls, pending any errors, catch you again tomorrow. All right. Peace.